Hello friends, welcome to Prashant IAS. So friends, in the last class, we have completed our discussion with the topic of high courts. And friends, as you can see on the screen, the topic of today's class is state legislature. So in this class, we will discuss about the topic of state legislature in a very detailed manner. Friends, there is an announcement for all of you. Now only 2-3 topics are left for Indian polity. And these 2-3 topics will be covered in forthcoming 4-5 lectures. So after these 4-5 lectures, your lectures of Indian polity will be completed. Okay? And once the lectures of Indian polity are completed, then we will continue with the geography lectures. So your geography series is also going on side by side. So once the lectures of Indian polity is completed, then we will pay our full attention for the completion of geography. So friends, now let us begin today's class. So let's start. So friends, as today we are discussing about state legislature. So first of all, the most basic question is that what is state legislature? Okay, what is state legislature or what is the meaning of state legislature? So definitely you can see that state legislature is made up of two words, state plus legislature. Now what is legislature? Okay, so what is legislature? So in the previous classes, many a times I have explained you the meaning of legislature. So legislature means the law making body. Okay, what is legislature? Legislature means the law making body. Means it is the institution which makes law. It is the institution which makes law. Okay, for example friends, in the previous classes, I explained you the concept of central legislature. So I explained you that basically there are 3 organs of the government. And which are these 3 organs of the government? So the 3 organs of the government are legislature, executive and judiciary. Okay. Now what is the work of executive? The work of executive is to implement the laws. Okay. What is the work of executive? The work of executive is to implement the laws and to maintain law and order and to run the administration of the country. So this is the work of executive. Okay. Now what is executive at central level? So at union level, we know that Union Council of Ministers, okay, Union Council of Ministers, which is headed by Prime Minister, is called as executive. But if we will see at the state level, then what is executive at the state level? So at the state level, executive is the State Council of Ministers, which is headed by the Chief Minister. Okay. So what is executive at the state level? So at the state level, executive means the State Council of Ministers headed by the Chief Minister of the state. Okay. And what is the work of this executive? The work of this executive is to implement the laws which are made by legislature, is to maintain law and order, is to run the administration of the state. Okay. Now what is judiciary? So judiciary means that body or that organ of the government which maintains justice. Okay, means if anybody will break the law, if anybody will violate the law, then judiciary will give punishment to that person or to that body. Okay, so at the union level, what is judiciary? So at the union level, Supreme Court is judiciary. Now similar to that, at the state level, High Court is the judiciary. Okay, so in the previous classes, we have discussed about the concept of High Court and the topic of High Court in a very detailed manner. Okay. Now friends, one more body is left and this is legislature. So what is legislature? So legislature basically means the law making body, means the body or the institution which makes law. Now for the union government, I told you legislature is basically parliament. So parliament is legislature for the union government. But here the question is that what is the legislature for the state? Okay, so as parliament is the legislature for union, means parliament is the legislature for entire country. So this basically means that parliament makes law for entire India. Parliament makes law for entire India. Now as we have a legislature at the union level, now similar to that, we also have a legislature at the state level. And the legislature of the state level is basically known as state legislature. Okay, so what is legislature? So the legislature at the state level is known as state legislature. And what is the work of this state legislature? The work of this state legislature is to make law for the concerned state. Okay, for example, the legislature of Madhya Pradesh will make laws for the state of Madhya Pradesh. The legislature of Telangana will make laws for the state of Telangana. The legislature of Tamil Nadu will make laws for the state of Tamil Nadu. The legislature of Uttar Pradesh will make laws for the state of Uttar Pradesh. Okay. So what is the work of this state legislature? So this state legislature makes law for its concerned state. Okay. Now friends, let's move forward. So friends, now we know that what is state legislature. So state legislature is the law making body for the state. So the legislature of a state makes law for the concerned state. So as the parliament makes law for entire country, so in the similar manner, state legislature makes law for the state. Okay. Now then the second most important question is that what is the structure of state legislature? Okay. What is the structure of state legislature? Now friends, what do I mean when I am saying that what is the structure of state legislature? So let me make you clear first of all this thing. Okay. So for example friends, when I taught you about the union legislature, then I told you that union legislature is known as parliament. Okay. So this is the name of union legislature. After that I told you that union legislature basically has two houses. Now which are those two houses of the parliament? So the houses of the parliament are known as Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Okay. So now we know that there are two houses in the parliament, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Okay. So this is the basic structure of the parliament. Okay. Now in the similar manner, what is the basic structure or what is the design of the state legislature? So now let us discuss about the design of the state legislature. Okay. So friends, basically what happens that as there are two houses in the Parliament of India, now similar to that, there are two houses in the state legislature also. Okay. Now, as the upper house of the Parliament is known as Rajya Sabha. Now, similar to that, the upper house of the state legislature is known as Legislative Council. Okay. So, what happens that the upper house of the state legislature is known as Legislative Council. Okay. And we can compare this legislative council with Rajya Sabha. Why? Because Rajya Sabha is the upper house of parliament and legislative council is the upper house of state legislature. Okay. Now friends, there is a lower house in the parliament as well. So what is the lower house of the parliament? So now you can say that sir, the lower house of the parliament is known as Lok Sabha. Now friends, similar to that, there is a lower house in the state legislature as well. Now the lower house of the state legislature is known as Legislative Assembly. Okay. The second house of the state legislature is known as Legislative Assembly. Okay. So now you will say that sir, if we will compare this diagram with the diagram of union legislature, then we will find that the structure of state legislature and parliament is same. But friends, if you will say like this, then I will say that you are under wrong impression. The structure of state legislature is actually very different from the structure of parliament. So now let me tell you that what is the differences between the structure of parliament and the structure of state legislature. So friends, what happens is that so we know that there are many states in India. Okay. So all the states, as India is a federal country, okay, as India is a federal country, so same type of government is at center and the same type of government is at states. Okay, means that central government and state government are coordinate bodies. They are like brothers. Okay, so definitely the composition is also similar. Okay, so what happens that all the states in India are also having their separate legislative body, which is known as the state legislature. Okay, all the states in India have its separate legislative body, which is known as state legislature of that state. Okay, and what is the work of the state legislature? The work of the state legislature is to make law for that state. Okay, but friends, what happens that many states in India okay, so now let me make you more clear. So what happens that there are only 6 states in India. only 6 states in India which are having the bicameral system. Bicameral system means the system of two houses. For example, the Parliament of India follows bicameral system. Bicameral system means where there are two houses. So in Parliament there are two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Now similar to that, there are only 6 states in India which have two houses, means which have Legislative Council and Legislative Assembly. Now I am giving you the name of these states. Okay. So only the state of Andhra Pradesh, state of Telangana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Maharashtra and Karnataka. Only these are the 6 Indian states which are also having the Legislative Council and Legislative Assembly. Okay. So what I am telling you, just listen to my words carefully. That what happens, that only the states of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Maharashtra and Karnataka. These are the only 6 Indian states which are having Legislative Council as well as Legislative Assembly. Means these states are having two house system. But friends, what happens, that rest of the states, okay, so there are many states in India. So rest of the states are not having any legislative council. They are only having legislative assembly. And there are some union territories also which also have their separate legislature. Okay, and the legislature of these union territories is also having only legislative assembly. Okay, so what do you learn from this story? So from this story you can say that at the union level the system is bicameral. Why? Because there are two houses, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. There is upper house as well as there is lower house. But at the state level, this bicameral system is not compulsory. Okay, it is not mandatory that the state legislature must have two houses. It is actually optional. Okay, it is actually optional that if they want, then they can have two house system, or if they want, then they can have one house system. For example, only 6 Indian states are actually having the two house system. So they are having Legislative Council and Legislative Assembly. But rest of the Indian states are not having Legislative Council. They only have the Legislative Assembly. Okay. So what conclusion can we draw from this story? So now we can say that, okay, the legislature of union and state is almost similar, but it is not copy. Why? Because at the union level it is compulsory that there must be two houses, but at the state level it is not compulsory that there must be two houses. It is up to the choice of states. If state want, then it can have two house system, and if states want, then they can also have one house system. So the states which are having two house system, they will have Legislative Council as well as Legislative Assembly. But the states which will have one house system, they will not have Legislative Council. They will have Legislative Assembly. Okay. So Legislative Assembly is basically compulsory for all the states with legislature. All the states who are having their legislature, they must have Legislative Assembly. So this is compulsory house, but it is optional for them to have Legislative Council or not. Okay. Now, when we will progress in the lecture, then I will also tell you that at the union level what happens, that generally the powers of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha are equal. Only in some matters Lok Sabha has been given more power. For example, in the matter of money bill. Okay, but generally both the houses are equally powerful. But at the state level, this is a pure myth. Why? Because even if, okay, because some states in India, they are only having one house. Okay, means here Legislative Assembly is most powerful. Why? Because only if there is one house, then that house is most powerful. And even if in the state of Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, UP, Bihar, Maharashtra, Karnataka, even though these states are having two house system, but in these states also Legislative Assembly, okay, what I am saying is that the Legislative Assembly is very, very powerful as compared to Legislative Council. The powers of Legislative Council are very, very less. Okay, the powers of Legislative Council are very less and the powers of Legislative Assembly are very high. Okay, or we can say, even I can say this, that the very existence of the Legislative Council depends on the base of Legislative Assembly. So this is a very simple thing, that if your very existence is based on the base of someone, then that person is powerful and you are weak. So now similar to that, what happens that the existence of legislative council actually depends on the wish of legislative assembly. Okay, so in this lecture, I will tell you that how the existence of legislative council depends on the wish of legislative assembly. But for the time being, you just understand that only if legislative assembly will wish that there must be a legislative council, then only legislative council can be formed. So this basically means that the power of legislative council is very less in these 6 states also. Okay, so we can say that legislative council is the secondary house. Okay, it is the secondary house. Its importance is secondary. It is not the primary house. The primary house is legislative assembly. Legislative assembly is very powerful. It is compulsory. But legislative council is secondary house. It is an optional house that if state want, then it will have, and if state not want, then state will not have. Okay. So friends, now let us move forward to next important question. So just now I have told you that legislative council is the secondary house. So secondary house basically means that this is not as important, this is not very important. Okay, so secondary house basically means that legislative assembly is very important, legislative assembly is very powerful, but legislative council is not very important. It is not that important, it is not that powerful. Okay, so secondary house means it is not as important as legislative assembly, it is not as powerful as legislative assembly, and it is also optional. So now we need to know that why legislative council is called as the secondary house. Okay, so now we will discuss about all the reasons about this. Okay, now the first reason that why the legislative council is called as the secondary house is that the very existence. Okay, so just now I told you that the very existence of the legislative council depends on the wish of legislative assembly. Okay, the existence of legislative council depends on the wish of legislative assembly. Means if legislative assembly will wish to create legislative council, then only legislative council will come into existence. Otherwise, legislative council will not come into existence. Okay, now for discussing it more deeper, we need to understand that how the legislative council is created. Okay, so now the next and the even most important question is that how legislative council, okay, how legislative council is created. So now let us discuss about the process of the formation of legislative council. So friends, now we will discuss about the topic of the creation or formation of legislative council. Okay, so let's give the heading the creation or the formation of legislative council. Okay, so now let us discuss about it. So friends, the process of the creation of legislative council is given under article 169 of the Indian Constitution. Okay, so now if I will ask you that under which article the creation of legislative council is given, then you can say that, sir, the creation of legislative council is given under article 169 of the Indian Constitution. Now let's see what is the process. Now the process is that definitely if there is a legislature in the state, okay, so let's suppose there is a state. Now I will not take the name of any state. We know that there are many states in India. For example, there is the state of Madhya Pradesh. Okay, there is a state of Kerala. Okay, there are many states in India. So let us assume that there is one hypothetical state and the name of this state is, let's suppose, state A. Okay, now there is a state and the name of this state is state A. Now what happened that definitely if there is a state, then there will be one government in the state, and if there is government in the state, then there will be 3 organs of this government. Now what are the 3 organs of the government in state A? So these 3 organs are judiciary, executive and legislature. Okay, and if state A is already having a legislature, then it means that there is a legislative assembly in state A. Okay, why? Because I have already told you that legislative assembly is compulsory. Okay, so there is a legislative assembly in state A. Now what? Okay, so now let us suppose that what happened, that this is the legislative assembly of state A. So let me write it here. This is state A and this is the legislative assembly. and these all are the MLAs. Okay, MLAs means members of legislative assembly. For example, at the parliament level we have members of parliament. Okay, for example, we say members of Lok Sabha and members of Rajya Sabha. So at the state level, the members of this legislative assembly are known as MLA. So MLA basically means the member of legislative assembly. Okay, so these are blue dots are the members of legislative assembly, and let us suppose that this red dot is the speaker of this legislative assembly. Okay, so as we have speaker at the okay, so as speaker is the okay, so in the previous lectures I told you that the speaker is the presiding officer of Lok Sabha. Now similar to that, speaker is also the presiding officer of state legislative assembly. Okay, and we can also say this like that the presiding officer of state legislative assembly is known as speaker. Okay, now what happened? So in the classes of parliament, I told you that how a law is made. Okay, so I told you about the types of bills. I told you about the how the law is made. Okay, so first of all, for the making of a law, first of all a resolution is moved by one of the member. What happens? That a resolution is moved by one of the member. Okay, now let's suppose what happened, that here a resolution is moved, and this resolution is saying that let us create a legislative council for the state. Okay, so what is the resolution? The resolution is that let us create a legislative council in the state. Okay, so just consider that this resolution is like a bill. Okay, so this is also like a bill. Okay, so a resolution is moved in the state legislative assembly, and this resolution was about the formation or the creation of legislative council. Now friends, once the resolution is moved, then what will happen? So when a resolution is moved, then first of all the discussion takes place on that resolution. Okay, so in the parliament, in the classes of parliament, I told you that whenever a bill or a resolution is moved, then what happens? That first of all discussion takes place, and definitely when the discussion will take place, then some of the MLAs will support that yes, there should be a legislative council. And what will happen? That some of the MLAs will oppose that there should not be a legislative council. Okay, so all these MLAs, they are in the support of the creation of legislative council, and all these MLAs, they are actually opposing the creation of legislative council. Okay, now if this resolution is passed, by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the members of the house present and voting. Now listen to my words carefully. If this resolution for the creation of legislative council is passed by the legislative assembly by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the members present and voting, and also the majority of the total membership of the house. Majority of the total membership of the house means the absolute majority of the house. Okay, so what happens? That if this resolution is passed by a special majority of not less than 2/3 of the members present and voting, and also the majority of total membership of the house. Majority of total membership of the house means the absolute majority of house. Then it will be considered that now this resolution is actually passed by the legislative assembly. Okay, so this simply means that if the number of MLAs which are supporting the creation of MLCs, not MLC, legislative council, if the number of MLAs which are supporting the creation of legislative council is more than 2/3 of the members present and voting, and also the absolute majority of the house, then it will be considered that now this resolution is passed by the state legislative assembly. Okay. Now friends, if any one of you don't know that what is this majority, then kindly see the initial lectures, because in the initial lectures I have covered all the majorities in a very detailed manner. So this is also a type of special majority, and this majority is known as not less than 2/3 of the members present and voting, and also the majority of total membership of the house. and majority of total membership of the house is basically known as the absolute majority of the house. Okay, so if this resolution is passed by this majority, then we will say that this resolution is passed by the state legislative assembly. Okay, and once this resolution is passed, then what will happen next? So now our question is that what will happen next? So friends, once this resolution is passed by state legislative assembly, okay, then this resolution is transmitted to the parliament. Okay, so what happens that once this resolution is passed by state legislative assembly, then this is transmitted, or we can say that this is sent to parliament. Okay, now friends, parliament also has two options. Now the first option is that parliament will not react on this resolution. Okay, parliament will not pay any attention to this resolution. And if parliament will not pay any attention, if parliament will not react on this resolution, then what will happen? Then definitely nothing will happen. Okay, means then legislative council will not be created. Now the second option which the parliament has is that now the parliament can take this resolution. Parliament can take this resolution for consideration. Okay. Now what happened that this resolution came in front of parliament and parliament took this resolution for consideration. So definitely when this resolution will be considered in parliament, then first of all discussion will take place, and after discussion what will happen? The voting will take place. Okay. Now friends, if this resolution is passed by parliament by a simple majority, okay, if this resolution is passed by the Parliament of India means both the houses of parliament, Lok Sabha as well as Rajya Sabha. So if this resolution is passed by the Parliament of India by a simple majority, then what will happen? Then a legislative council will be created for state A. Okay, so if this resolution is passed by parliament also by a simple majority, then what will happen? That the legislative council will come into existence for state A. Okay, now friends, there is one more thing which you have to keep in mind. Okay, so here you have seen that who initiated the process. So the state legislative assembly initiated the process. Okay, but who finalized the process? So parliament finalized the process. But now you can ask me one question, sir, whether parliament alone can create legislative council. So the answer is a big no, that alone parliament can also not create. Okay, parliament alone cannot create legislative council. Parliament can only create legislative council when a resolution of the state legislative assembly will be sent to the parliament. Okay, when a resolution of the state legislative assembly, which is actually passed by a majority of not less than 2/3 of the members present and voting, and also the absolute majority of the house. Okay, and this resolution is about the creation of legislative council, then only parliament will be able to create legislative council. Okay, so we can say that only legislative assembly cannot create legislative council, and only parliament also cannot create legislative council. Okay, legislative assembly can initiate the process or the creation of legislative council, and parliament has the power to finalize that process. Okay, means we can say that a legislative council can be created by the joint efforts of legislative assembly as well as the Parliament of India. So in this way legislative council is created. Now friends, here I told you that under article 169 of the Indian Constitution, Parliament of India has the power to create a state legislative council. Okay, now there is one more thing in article 169. Actually what happens that there are two types of states in India. Okay, now so I told you that the 6 states in India, they are having legislative council. Okay, so just now I told you, for example, Maharashtra, for example, Telangana. So these 6 states in India are having legislative council. But the remaining states, okay, what happens that the remaining states in India do not have any legislative council. Okay. So now what Article 169 says, that Parliament of India has the power to create the Legislative Council for the states which do not have the one, and to abolish the Legislative Council for the states which do not have the one. Now what does it mean? So it simply means that, for example, let's suppose there is a state named as State A. So just now we have discussed about the story of State A. Now this State A is not having any legislative council. So now by this entire process, Parliament of India has the power to create one legislative council for State A. Okay. Now let's suppose there is a state named as State B. Okay. So now here also Parliament of India has the power to abolish the legislative council for this state B. Okay. So this simply means that if any of the state is having legislative council, then Parliament of India has the power to abolish it. Means Parliament of India has the power to end the existence of legislative council. And if any state is not having legislative council, then Parliament has a power to create one legislative council for that state. Okay. Now friends, let's suppose what happened that, okay, so we, in the previous example, we discussed about the story of State A. So now earlier what happened, that this State A was only having state legislative assembly. Okay. But after that what happened, that after some process, Parliament of India created one legislative council for State A also. So this simply means that now the structure of legislature for State A has been changed. Okay, so you can clearly see that earlier State A was only having one house, but now the State A is having two houses. Okay, so some of the students, okay, so actually this happens that some of the students have asked me earlier that, sir, is this a constitutional amendment? Okay, why? Because here what is happening, that the structure of legislature is being changed. So some of the students asked me that, sir, is this a constitutional amendment? But friends, I say that this is not a constitutional amendment under Article 368. Okay, this will not be called as constitutional amendment. This is just a change which is introduced by the Parliament of India. So this type of thing will not be called as constitutional amendment. This is just a change which is done by the Parliament of India. Okay, so a question can be asked in your prelims exam. Okay, and they can write a story like this, that let's suppose there is a state. Okay, and what happened, that state was only having one house, and later on by the entire process Parliament of India created legislative council for that state. So will this act of parliament be called as the constitutional amendment or not? So now you have to say that no, this is not constitutional amendment, this is just a change. Okay, so just keep these things in mind. So friends, that's all for today. I hope that all of you must have enjoyed the lecture, and if you have enjoyed the lecture, then please like the video, comment, subscribe the channel, press the bell icon and select all. So in this class, we have discussed about the creation of legislative council. We have discussed about the structure of state legislature. We have discussed why the state legislative council is the secondary house. Okay. Now there are some more reasons that why this is a secondary house. So we will discuss about the remaining things about the state legislature in the next class. For example, we have to discuss now that what is the law making process in the states. Okay, and we have to also discuss that what is the importance of legislative council. We have to discuss about state legislative assembly. So now in the next class we will complete all these remaining topics, and I will try to complete the topic of state legislature. So friends, now we will meet in next class. Till then, stay indoors, stay healthy, take care of yourself. Thank you.